And for the first time in quite a while, we are live. Good evening, everyone. It is Friday, whatever the hell day it is. Let's see, October 28th. That's the day. And I see some people in the chat already. Marie Palmer, Brad Palmer, PGH, Sheena, Harjot, Herman Huang, Who's Jaw, Naughty Brown, Cliff Taylor, Sunjib, Sanjay and Kingston, the Minecraft player, Whitby Dude. Welcome to a long overdue stream. I've been kind of battling not just jet lag, but I think I brought back a sinus infection with me. I've been taking some of this stuff. It's like a steroid nasal spray, trying to feel better and overcome it. I just haven't been able to feel good enough to really go out. I went out today for the first time actually since coming back on Tuesday. First time even like stepping foot outside. I went out today and I made a video. And I kind of ran out of gas and I came back. So here we are streaming from home. Just because I'm not quite 100% yet, we're going to forego the adult beverages and kick this one off with a Pepsi. What? We're drinking Pepsi? Yeah, why not? Let's have a Pepsi tonight. Maybe we'll crack an IPA open on the Sunday night Stumble stream. I hope to be 100% by then. Leah says, I just flew back a couple of weeks ago in Toronto. Your city was amazing. This was your first time visiting. Glad you enjoyed Toronto. Micheline says it takes a while to recover. You know what's weird? When I got there, I was like on the right sleep schedule right away. I got there at like 11 in the morning, stayed up a full day, went to bed at like 11:30 or midnight, slept, woke up at like 8, and I was just on the right sleeping schedule the whole time I was there. But now that I'm back, everything is like completely screwed up. I'm sleeping like 2 hours a night, waking up in the middle of the night. Took a sleeping pill last night. Not sure if that really helped, but either way, we're gonna skip the alcohol tonight and go with what else but a Pepsi Zero. Little XO is here. Hello, Dahlia and Lily. Claudia feels like Pepsi tonight. That's got caffeine in it, right? I think I need some caffeine still. So what you are looking at in the background, it's a reversed image. I flipped it. But this is one of two views. I say one of two because it was kind of facing off in two different directions of the final hotel room that I stayed on my trip. I do have a video of that coming up. I have a video of the beach resort hotel coming up. I have 3 airport videos coming up. Yes, 3 airport videos. Still a Bangkok walking video, a Koh Samui walking video. There's a night video from there and a transit ride. So I still have a bunch of stuff coming up. The shorter ones, I think I'm going to do like what I did last night. And I'm going to put the shorter videos up later at night, maybe around 6 p.m. I'll try to keep the earlier ones up for 9 a.m. EST, and I'm going to try to get a lot more Toronto content coming up. 21st Century says hotel with a rooftop swimming pool is good. This one did, in fact, have a rooftop swimming pool, and that is the BTS SkyTrain you see rolling by. And the transit video I made is one stop on the SkyTrain system. Thank you, Steve. So we're going to keep things casual. Feel free to ask me anything and anything. Anything and anything, anything and everything. I think that's what I meant to say. Chat amongst yourselves, of course. We're just going to keep it casual. I don't have much in the way of videos. I have something kind of unique, though, that I'm not sure what to do with it. So I'm going to play that video in the background of this stream as well, while we all kind of get caught up to things. Next time I live stream will probably be Monday or Tuesday out in the wild. Well, plus the Sunday night live stream. But yeah, you're basically caught up. Came home Tuesday. Haven't done anything till today. Like literally nothing other than upload some videos. So yeah, you guys are all caught up. So I don't think this will be the longest one. I'm probably going to go to sleep around like 9:30 tonight. 9:30, 10. Thailand is the place for the original Red Bull. Drinks came in a bottle. The original Red Bull is non-carbonated, and they cost about 20 cents from the convenience store. They are pretty awesome. So I tried to go out where my hotel was in Koh Samui was right underneath like the flight path for the airport there. So planes would get really, really close to the beach and where I was hanging out. So I looked up the flight schedule because flights would only come every so often because it's a tiny little island, tiny airport. And I figured I'm going to go outside and I'm going to record a flight taking off. No, sorry, a flight landing because it's really cool. You could see the airplane come in from really far and it would look like it's just barely grazing like the treetops at the resort. And then of course it would land. So I went out to do that. And this is that video. And let me play it here. Failed flight capture. I called it failed because I did not capture it. Let me stop the music here. I think what happened was the plane went around from the other side. Anyways, I'll let the audio on this one play for a bit. Hey everyone, it is Friday, October 21st. The time right now is 5:28 p.m. and I am here at my hotel at Chuang Beach on the island of Koh Samui here in Thailand. Lower the volume here. Christine Camley is here. Hello. And yes, COVID Hippo renamed himself to Mr. Hippo. Hello, Blind Wheels. Koh Samui Airport website. If you saw the video I posted earlier today, not a whole lot of people saw it. You'll notice the tide came way, way up for this video. That's me just showing the flight schedule. I think I'm being all smart. We're going to go catch a flight coming in. But look how much higher the tide is. So there used to be about 20-30 meters of beach there, but the water was right up. So this is Chuang Beach in Koh Samui. Similar scene to the video I posted this morning, except this is the late tide, and the beach had pretty much disappeared. Spending most of my day on one of those beach loungers there. PGH says the tide is high, but you're holding on. This video is only about 4 or 5 minutes, by the way. I just wanted to kind of show this next part coming up, how crazy it was. You can't even, you could barely walk through here without getting absolutely soaked. Liz Pieces, beautiful beach. Thank you. I built it myself. Jennifer Gala, thank you. It's good to be back. Nice and cold outside. Sanjib is looking to buy an old GoPro Hero 8. I was planning on heading a bit more this way to get more underneath the flight path. Yeah, you couldn't even walk along the beachfront here because the water had come all the way up, which is pretty nuts. It is 5:30. So I thought I would just wait on these steps here and try to capture the plane going overhead, but it never came. And I was using like FlightAware, flight tracking, and eventually they said the flight landed. So I'm guessing it just looped around from the other side. There's the restaurant. Chris Mill says, "Welcome back, Johnny. It's World Series time." Shh, don't tell SR Gots, but Yankees got swept. Sheena says, "Do I miss Bangkok already?" I miss Toronto too. Bangkok's really fun. It's really, really cheap city. I did not spend a whole lot, which was kind of cool. I actually did something stupid. I forgot to go change my cash. So now I've got all this Bangkok money, Thai money. Not a whole lot, but a fair bit. So I'm thinking I'm probably just going to hold on to this until my next trip rather than go change it out. I do see some smoke. Sanjib's asking what GoPro do I have now? Back off in that distance or that direction. I have the Hero 9 Black, which is for some reason within arm's reach on my table or on my desk, but I never actually use it. PGH says, now I have to go back. Sheena has never seen Thai money. It's just like our money, except it's got a different king on it. Marge, $5 for some liquid medicine when you feel better. Thank you, Marge. I will be sure to consume some of that on Sunday night. Slushy Wolf says, what's your next trip? I want to go back to Asia, just especially during the winter. I'm thinking Vietnam, maybe January, February. Just some early thoughts. It's possible this particular flight is taking a different flight path, but this is a Bangkok Airways flight coming in from BKK, which is Suvarnabhumi Airport, and that's where I came in from. And I'm pretty sure we flew in just over this way as well. Wow, my microphone here doesn't want to stay on. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I just told a whole little story about why I stayed where I did in Koh Samui. But yes, next time, Christine, I'll probably go somewhere a little quieter. I just wanted to be like walking distance to the action, if that makes sense. No, do not touch microphone. It will turn itself off. Oops. Gaby says good. Sorry about that. Go to London next time. Sanjemb is looking to buy an iPhone 11 and HP 14 Chromebook. 21st century, some delicious pho in Vietnam. I hope I can go there. Sorry about that for the microphone, guys. I am also tired out of my mind right now. Thank you, Marge. So here comes a very unique video that I took. It kind of hurt to take it because I didn't have a mount, but this, let me get this up here. This is a takeoff. I recorded the takeoff and then I recorded the landing from Koh Samui to Bangkok. Your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the fasten seatbelt. And this was kind of neat because this was like a Bombardier turboprop jet. So I took like an Airbus or Boeing, like a full-size plane to Koh Samui, but from Koh Samui back to Bangkok, we got this neat turboprop plane, and I got a view right out the window here.
The life jacket is located under your seat.
LEDHD here, Siri. Maybe you hear like the captain or the flight attendant. Was it one way from YZ to Bangkok? No, you have to transfer or transit. Gaby says this is cool, turboprop. Haven't flown in one of these since Vancouver Island. Not much noisier than a regular plane, Jennifer. John says, I hope you're paying attention to the safety demonstration. No, like most people, I never pay attention to that. Like most people, I will have no idea what to do if something bad happens, but chances are there's nothing you can do. It'll work out. I also have recorded the flight from Bangkok to Koh Samui, which looks very different than this. I'm wondering if I should post that. How do I do? This says engage with your audience. This poll I'm putting up here is for a totally different video, by the way. Not this video, but the other way around. Lisa says, yeah, either your plane won't crash or you'll die. Yeah, I think there's very, very little circumstances where someone following those instructions has survived. because they followed those instructions or they paid attention. Sorry, I'm pretty out of it. Okay, we are moving. We are starting to taxi around the island. It's sweet.
The floor lighting system leads you to the emergency exit. Please locate the emergency exit nearest to you. กรุณาศึกษาข้อมูลความปลอดภัยในกระเป๋าหน้าที่นั่ง
90% said yes. So it's going to be like 30 minutes of video, not talking. I know Action Kid does some long form stuff. He like posted an entire flight he took once and long drives and that sort of thing. Since I have the video, maybe I'll do it. Christine says you have a better chance of survival if you land in the water. Only if something breaks the surface tension first, right? Because water from a high distance is not much different than concrete. Once you've been to Koh Samui, go to Koh Phangan for the full moon party. I'm a little too old for those full moon parties. Also, they actually have like body bags ready for tourists who OD at that, and they do that quite frequently. So no full moon parties for me. A little old for that. Hello, Wick. Michael K says physics. So if you're wondering how I filmed this, I was literally just sticking this thing out the camera or out the window of the plane. That's all I was doing. Herman says someone you know is flying from the US via London to India tonight. That's a hell of a long flight. We are still taxiing, it looks like. This is riveting. This is the best video I've ever posted. If anyone has any suggestions for what I can do tomorrow for a video, I'm probably going to go out in the afternoon and make one video from Toronto. I'm thinking downtown. Feel free to give me any suggestions. Today I did kind of a fall-themed walk. How long was the flight? This flight was like an hour. Imran says, surprisingly, the window is very clean. Unfortunately, when I got up in the air and I was facing the sun, there was a bit of glare. You could see right now the window's a bit hazy. I got really lucky on my other flight. I got a really, really clear window for that. Okay, we are off. Maybe I'll be quiet just for the takeoff here. Sanjay with the suggestion. I don't even know where that is. All right here is where I was staying. I think this pool actually is part of the hotel where I was staying. Like, this is literally the flight path. That's why I was trying to record that video earlier where I would capture the plane. Like, this is Beach Road right here. And there's this other lake here in the middle, and there's a whole bunch of hotels around there. The big shopping mall is right around there. But yeah, I was staying right down here. Anywho. Marge, interesting suggestion. I'll have to note that one as well. They have a large mural on one of the U of T buildings at University and Dundas. Would University in Dundas have a UFT building? University and College? Let me Google that. Terry Fox Mural, Toronto. At the University of Toronto's Rehabilitation Sciences Building. Oh, there we go. That's why. So it's not on UFT campus. Yes, that would be definitely worth checking out. Maybe I could do that mural to the Thai consulate and tie yours and Sanjay's suggestions in. Tom Bike says it's south of Elm, west side. Yeah, I just looked it up. I know where it is now. Sal says Old Maple Leaf Gardens. Not sure if it's still there. It is absolutely still there. It's a Ryerson University Athletics Center now. Herman says, what's the longest and shortest flights everyone's been on? My shortest flight was from Detroit to Toronto. We never even got to take our seatbelts off. There wasn't even like drink service. We literally went up in the air. Boom, we started our descent as soon as we got up. It was like the shortest flight in the history of time. I think it was about 40 minutes in total. Roger says airplanes are the best. Any 747 fly Emirates. Still Toronto Richmond Hill. So I think I stopped the... Or maybe not. At some point I stopped recording and then we're going to record the landing at Bangkok. Sheena says, how is the airplane food? Airplane food is never good. But the thing is, when you're up that high, at that altitude, it's either the altitude or the pressure that like dulls all your senses. So it's kind of, even if the food was good on the ground, it would still taste like shit in the air. That's why they tend to load it with salt. But they did something I did not like on this airline, Bangkok Airways. It's an hour-long flight, and they still give you a meal, which is like mind-blowing. There's no way an airline in like Canada would give you a meal. But they gave you pasta with shrimp, and that was your only option. They called it spaghetti, but it was really like penne noodles. They called it spaghetti with shrimp, but it was penne noodles, and it was laced with shrimp. And you will never see like a Western airline give only seafood as an option. There will always be an alternative to seafood. So I just had to be like, no, can't eat it. I've never seen that before, where they don't give you a choice. Tom Bike says flying between 2 Hawaiian islands. Imran says Koh Samui is a great island. You've been there. I missed a flight having a coffee in Starbucks at Dong Mueang Airport. DMK is a terrible, terrible airport. Sanjib says, can I go to Eglinton Avenue East? Eglinton East is a long stretch. Which part of Eglinton East? Little XO. Okay, your message was hidden, but I'm not sure if I'll be there tomorrow. But if I am, sure. Leah says it's the colder temperature that will make food and flights taste bland. Sorry, I can't read properly tonight. Hello, Dahlia. Zach McNally is here. Yeah, so if you have any suggestions for tomorrow, so far I've got, check out the mural of Terry Fox. I think that would be cool. Thai consulate, don't even know where that is, but I would look that up. Christine would be leery of having seafood on a flight just in case it had an issue. What about pork or chicken? They tend to serve a lot of that on flights. Anna K says, I think this airplane looks like an ATR 72-600 instead of the Bombardier Dash 8 that flies out of Billy Bishop. You must agree these two airplanes look very similar. I think you're right, Anna K. The only reason I think I'm quite certain you're right is A, you obviously know a hell of a lot more than me, but I think I saw that it was on the little card on the seat in front of me that it was an ATR 72 and not a Dash 8. Have we started descending now for, not for Thailand, for Bangkok. We're over Thailand. Tom Bikes, that was the idea behind today's walk. I did like a nice residential street. Lots of very colorful trees. Kind of nice. And then I went through a pretty busy neighborhood. Lisa might go to the island tomorrow. Apparently 136 Forest Hill Road is going to be done up. Is that a done up Halloween wise? That might be worth checking out. I haven't done any Halloween themed videos. Air Canada, you will have to pay for the food snack on board. Yep, what's amazing in the airport in Koh Samui, I did a video of that coming up. Everything is so cheap. Like I had a hot dog. Yes, a hot dog. Okay. Like a Coke Zero and fries, and it cost me like $6 in the airport. Like, shockingly beautiful airport. Shockingly cheap. Rob says I look tired. Yep, very tired. I addressed that at the start of the stream. I am pretty out of it. But I haven't streamed in a while. I wanted to get on here and do this, and I'm hoping to resume the normal like outdoor streaming thing next week. But I'll be doing the Sunday night stream, and then maybe Monday or Tuesday I'll go out and do a walking stream. I should be fully recovered from whatever the heck is going on with my sinuses by then, plus over the jet lag. I've been home for like 3 days solid. I haven't even done my laundry. Like, it's been a struggle just to do anything. John says Cabbagetown is a Halloween destination. I was thinking of streaming from Cabbagetown on the 31st itself. That's a thought that's been creeping into my mind. Lisa says only one comment on Reddit. Also, is it worth it going all the way to a neighborhood for just one house? Maybe, maybe not. Alex says I was going to go to Cabbagetown. That was my idea. If it's a stream friendly weather and I have nothing else on the go, no promises. Maybe I'll just do a pre-recorded video, but that was an idea I had. Okay, 89% said yes, I should post the takeoff and landing. Thank you, Sheena, for the permission to have another day off. Nasa says if you're not feeling well, you should stay home and rest. That's what I've been doing. But I'm pretty sure I'll be ready to go next week. Lisa has to carve a pumpkin. There's an event downtown at the 519 Church Street tomorrow with vendors and music. If you want to check it out, it's free. Ava, what time would that be? I'm going to be busy in the evening. Let me look something up here. So I believe we are descending upon Bangkok here. Naughty says, glad you're home. We weren't allowed to trick or treat. It was, not sure I'm following there, but okay. Ava says it's from noon to 6. Sweet. I'm probably going to forget. Could you leave a comment on this video, Ava, with that information? That way I won't miss it. And when I wake up tomorrow thinking what I can do, that'll be on the list. Toronto says 10 to 8. And thank you, Sheena. Dahlia, what's going on at the Bentway tomorrow? Is there any event going on? I do have plans at night, and I only have a limited amount of energy to go out. I think these things below us are like, it's weird. There's massive, massive rice paddy fields. And in the middle of them, you'll see golf courses. They'll just be like all these golf courses. It's pretty crazy. And then There'll be like a giant temple, sea of rice paddies, golf course, rinse and repeat. That's pretty much like the suburban Bangkok, or I guess the rural Bangkok landscape. Devin says this weather is swinging wild too. And if you're wondering, this flight round trip to Koh Samui was about $200. I could have got it for $100, but that would have meant taking a 6 a.m. flight from Koh Samui to Bangkok. So I would have to wake up at like 4, if not earlier, go to Koh Samui, catch a 6 a.m. flight, go to Bangkok, and then not be able to check into my hotel till 2, which probably would have meant getting like a cheaper hotel just to tide me over. So I just opted to pay double the airfare because it's so cheap anyways and fly out later. So this was like I think a 2 p.m. flight. It just seemed to make a lot more sense. Naughty says, where are you going next trip? I'm hoping Vietnam, January, February. I'm hoping. Now that the pandemic is on its way the hell out. Thank you, Jenny K. Welcome home, Johnny. Missed me. Haven't seen you in a while, Jenny K. Thanks for dropping in. Dog parade at the Bedway. Just your dogs or a lot of dogs? Sanjib. It's blocking your message. Can I go to Christie Pitts? What am I going to do at Christie Pitts, Sanjib? Lots of dogs. Hello, Sean Clark. Welcome to the stream. I think we're beginning our descent. This video's only got 14 minutes left, and it includes taxiing to the gate, so we got to be going down. I think we're circling over some water right now. At least it says weird chat tonight. Dahlia, I can't promise on going there. If I do go there, I mean, I just don't know my schedule tomorrow. I do know I'm busy at night. Jenny K is watching old episodes of Treehouse of Horror. Do you have any more cooking vids planned for the Stumbles channel? I think I'll have to do that. The last Stumbles video I posted kind of bombed. It was just going through the Movie Land Wax Museum. I'm gonna hope to get together to get some cooking stuff together and do another video. Maybe baking this time. Something a little less pre-packaged, a little more adventurous. Jeanette is here. Hello, Jeanette. Good evening. Vivian says, I need time to recuperate before making decisions. When I'm going to bed at like 9:30, you know I need some time. So, yeah, I just wanted to stream. I really wanted to stream yesterday, but I just had no energy. That's why I posted that hotel video last night. So I think in the evenings around 6 p.m. I might start posting some more material, just because I have so much from Thailand, and a lot of it is like 20 minutes long. So the shorter stuff I don't really like to post in the morning. Adam C says, welcome back home, Johnny. Glad you had a good time. Thank you. Ooh, we are definitely beginning our descent now. So there's two airports in Bangkok. DMK, which used to be BKK, But when BKK opened, it took that name from DMK. Then they closed DMK Airport. And then the new one where I'm landing now had all sorts of problems. So they reopened the old airport. And now both operate. Christine says maybe I should consider skipping tomorrow evening. Yeah, tomorrow's not a... Tomorrow my plans are just staying in and watching something. Don't worry about that. I won't be going out. I'll be good. I'll be good. Ali BHG says back in Bangkok. Sanjib says, can I go to St. Jamestown? There's an idea. I haven't done St. Jamestown in a while. Jenny K says Bangkok reminds you of the Jetsons. It's pretty Blade Runner-esque. I think this is a pretty cool view. You can get caught up on Love is Blind. Yes, there's a season 3 of Love is Blind. I actually watched the first episode of it last night. My hotel views in Bangkok reminded you of Toronto. Toronto, Ali BHG. They're quite different. Ritesh says, how is the airport in Bangkok? You will have to find out. I did a video on that. Alright, Lisa, I'll have to avoid the spoilers. I'm going to end that poll, but alright, maybe I'll post my other takeoff and landing video. It's a little different. It doesn't have the turboprop wing in front of it. Ava loves Aviation. Cool view. I was sitting there with like my hand at the window. Steven says I should do a few ravine tours with the fall colors. There's an idea. The last few years I've done the Beltline Trail at this time. Maybe I'll get down into a ravine. Dalia says vitamin D drinks. I was getting a ton of vitamin D and sun when I was in Thailand. Plans for Halloween? Maybe stream on Halloween, Jenny, but that would be it. That would be it. Sanjib asks, what is my favorite places in Toronto? It's a tough one to answer if you put me on the spot. Go back to the steps to nowhere. I don't know if I recorded something and there's no reason to believe it's changed. I don't really know if it's worth going back to. Although I guess those ones do kind of lead down into a ravine. Michael, January or February, I hope. Please do some tours in Africa. I would love to go to Africa. I don't know how plausible or how possible that is. But that would be pretty cool. Jeremy Explorers says, hi. Hello, Jeremy. Now's the big moment. Will the plane land safely? Will I survive? Was this all pre-recorded and I didn't make it? And I'm fooling you. The one thing that sucks about this airport, though, is you don't get like a sweet view of the Bangkok skyline. From the other airport, you do circle right around the city, which is pretty awesome. Touchdown. Have I ever visited Kitchener-Waterloo? Yes, I have. Not on the channel, but I've definitely visited Kitchener-Waterloo and Cambridge. Let's not forget the third city there. Sanjib says, hey Johnny, your iPhone is 11 Pro Max. My iPhone is 12 non-Pro, non-Max. Novell Cost, thank you. Either way, thank you. Possibly thank you from the other side. But we did it! We made it all the way from Koh Samui to Bangkok, even though I cut out a big part of the flight. Who keeps messaging me?
เปิดที่เก็บของในที่สามตรวจสอบสัมภาระของท่านให้เรียบร้อยก่อนลงจากเครื่อง
Don't forget to keep your seatbelt on until the plane comes to a complete stop. You know, as soon as any plane I've ever been on lands and then starts to slow down, all you hear are like the pops of seatbelts coming off, right? And then the second the plane comes to a complete stop, like half the plane like pops out of their seat and jumps into the overhead bin, as if it's some kind of race to get into the aisle with like your carry-on before everyone else. Someone was like on this flight actually, someone in the row behind me was trying to like charge up while we were like stopped at the gate and we weren't off the plane yet. I stuck myself out into the aisle and blocked them. Like, where are you going? Like, we're not even off the plane yet. This is like a tiny plane. Why are you running to the front? There's people that do that and it pisses me off. Just, if someone is in front of you on the plane, stop and let them get off first. Let them get their overhead stuff first. Come on, I'm trying to live in a civil society here. It's not a race. And if you do have like a tight connection you're about to miss, just say, excuse me, I have a connection. I'm sure people will get out of your way. Whippy Dude just sits there until the plane is almost empty. Well, that's a little too polite. Hello, Jim Martin. Thank you. Sanjay says this is good. You're ranting. LBHD says could be anxiety. Yeah, but general rule of thumb, let the people seated in front of you off the plane before you try to run ahead of them, especially since there's like a little narrow aisle and everyone's got backpacks and big bags. Ava Sinclaira, $6.99. Thank you, Ava. Thank you very much for the $6.99 and your support. Thank you as we cruise around the runway at BKK. John Amira can relate to my passive-aggressive sentiments. Hello, Maroof. Maroof in the house. Liz Pieces always let the ones ahead of you go get off first. Yes. And sometimes the people ahead of you didn't have a choice and their overhead luggage is behind them, right? So now they've got to wait for the whole plane to get off? Like, no, help them out. Gertej says, keep me posted. Are the Raptors playing right now? Alexa, are the Raptors playing right now? Oh, they're playing the 76ers right now. Johnny, is your email working as it's almost our birthday? I don't believe my email ever stopped working. I have quite the backlog of emails to go through. And Patreons. I have some messages on Patreon I need to rifle through and get back to people on. I apologize for that. I have not been doing that while I was in Bangkok. Marge says Raps are down by 12. But didn't they beat Philly the other night? Seems like a pretty satisfying win. I think the other flight that I recorded is maybe a little better than this. That's why I'll save that one. News Spotter Live News. He always waits to the end to get on the plane. You'll send a test? Okay. Novell Koss says, did I get your Patreon message? I don't know, Novell Koss. I have not checked that in weeks, actually. But a copyright claim was created for content in Samui nightlife. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The video I just uploaded has a copyright content claim. I'm going to have to fix that. Christine, was that the last Raptors game? It was terrific. Your first ever basketball game. Those are a lot of fun. They're pretty high energy, at least compared to a Leafs game, which kind of resemble a funeral more often than not. Ricardo used to sleep with the background of an 8 hours video of a long distance flight. You can see what's interesting is the airports. See behind me, you'll see a lot of Thai Airways planes. Because right now, China is still basically having lockdowns all over the place, and they're not really traveling. The whole country is kind of in a straitjacket. So I overheard people say on my flight out that you will see dozens and dozens of these Thai Airways planes, because this is like the home airport of this airline, that are just kind of mothballed because they're not really flying, because China is such a big country with so many airports and there's so many routes that have been canceled and are not operating right now, that they have dozens of planes just littering all over the airport, not currently flying. And I noticed that's true. Like, I just saw so many of these Thai Airways planes all over BKK, like just taxiing around the runways, just because most of those flights to China have been suspended, and a few flights elsewhere in the world too. We're not quite back to 100%, but it's amazing. Just like, you're just thinking of the costs. How expensive are these planes? Like, it's nuts. But yeah, there's a bunch of them there, just kind of parked, chilling, doing nothing in the background. Chris Mill says China has a bit of a COVID issue. Well, they have a bit of a dictatorship issue, I think, is a better way to address it. They have the same COVID issue that the rest of us have. Lisa says, anyone want to hear a Friday joke? Sure. Let us have your best Friday joke. And no, this plane is not actually going up to a gate. So we had to take the shuttle bus. What song do you sing on Friday the 13th? I am not planning on being impressed by this joke. What song do you sing on Friday the 13th? Hard to disagree with that, Novell Koss. Voorhees, a jolly good fellow. Not even gonna laugh. And once that propeller stops, we will be off the plane. Actually, you know what? Mr. Hippo says not funny, didn't laugh. BKK. Where's my other one? It's a knee slapper. All right. I laughed a little. So the other video that I have of takeoff and landing that I might actually post is like this. I'll just give you... Here, let me get myself off the screen. So this is kind of a neat view as well, right? You get the wing instead of the prop. But this is taking off from Bangkok, going to Samui. Ava says, very neat view. Devin says, terrifying how much the wing moves. And you can see all those rice paddy fields down below. Yeah, he says, why did you film it a bit vertical? There's zero verticality going on. That's just the plane going up. If you look at the horizon of the Earth, you'll notice it's perfectly level. That's what the camera does. It's a gimbal. But anyways, this one I'm thinking of posting in full on this channel. And as you guys voted, that is what we'll be going with. Anna says, oh, a wing of an Airbus. How the hell do you know that's an A320? You are obviously a flight geek. You know what they say, if it ain't Boeing, I ain't going? Is that the saying? Do they have an equivalent one for Airbus? But where am I? Where am I? Yoink. Yeah, so you guys voted for it, so maybe I will go ahead and post that one on this channel at some point. Hey, why not? It's content, right? Yahya says the wing angle isn't right. That's just the way physics works when planes take off. Devin says the little canards and wing shape is a dead giveaway. John says flew recently on a pretty decrepit Airbus A321. This is an A320. I don't, guys, it's a plane. It's a plane. Anna's an aviation enthusiast. And yes, if it ain't Airbus, I ain't going. Hey, there's a few documentaries on Boeing lately that are kind of scary. Anyways, yeah, that is that. So you're all caught up on my Thai adventures, and those are the videos I had in store that we've already watched. Tomorrow morning will be a new video. Have you checked up on Leg Fluffy, says Whitby Dude. No. We'll find out about the adventures of Leg Fluffy on Reddit on Sunday night stream. Yeah, he says comments. All right, we could do a few comments just to finish off. I did my comments the other day, actually, so we're pretty caught up. Victoria P says, wishing you a speedy recovery. Get lots of rest and you will be like new again soon. Thank you. Very kind of you. Novell says, apparently Boeing caused deaths by trying to fix a defect with software rather than a physical alteration that was needed. I think, wasn't the real issue that they didn't have, with whatever was causing the plane to nosedive, there was like a sensor, but they only had one. They didn't have like a fallback secondary system to detect. They just had the one sensor. So when that one sensor screwed up and fed incorrect information to the software, the plane would nosedive. And then the pilots didn't have adequate training as to how to respond when that happened. So it was kind of like a software issue. It was a physical design issue as well because they cut corners. And it was a training issue because they didn't train the pilots as well. That was my understanding of what happened. It was kind of those three things that came together. And then I was in Indonesia, actually, when one of those Boeings went down. What about Malaysia Airlines? I don't know about that one, but I was in Bali when one of the new Boeings went down. Bella says, we love your vlogs. I almost said blogs. Thank you. Christine, thanks for the really lovely video. This is such a beautiful beach to walk along. Your shots of the view are so pretty. They are really gorgeous. You've walked along the beach a few times. Your husband Joel were here. That's a very long message, Christine Camley. I'm going to go back and read that after this, but thank you very much for sharing. I believe you mentioned this earlier. The Kimpton Koh Samui and the Westin Grand have hot tubs with gorgeous... I'm going to have to look that up. Liz, 279, welcome back to TO. Thank you, Liz. Thank you very much. John says the software was attempting to compensate for the design changes about the position of the engines, changed flying characteristics. Well, there you go. I just saw was it the Netflix? I saw a few documentaries on it. One was on Netflix. The other was on, maybe the other one was just a YouTube video. This replicated my experience of Terminal 1 going to Dublin on Air Canada a week later. If I had watched this beforehand, it would have made my experience less confusing. Thanks for putting this together. Yeah, I went through the domestic security because they closed international security and then had to loop my way back to the international departures. That's in my video of walking through Pearson. Threw me for a bit of a loop, but I figured it out. So what hotels did you stay at when you were at the beach, and why no hotel tour? There will be a video of that coming up next week. Cheers. No hotel tour, just because I haven't had time to put it up, but it will be coming. I have 2 more hotel videos to put up, actually. John O'Meara flew a 737 MAX just after they were introduced. Neville says, 1425, this used to be a factory space that had toy sales. Thank you, Harjot. Nice walking video. Prince says hello. All right, I need to go use the little boys' room. I'll just play a flight video while I do that. You can watch this plane fly over the air for some... Whoop, that's all it was? Come on, I gotta have more footage than that. How long is this one? There we go. I'll be back. It's all fun and games till Homelander flies next to the plane and lasers it. E. Blake, the pilot was reading Jim's message. I'm assuming those things were airlines that he was talking about. Anywho, hope it doesn't reduce fuel economy. It was a very short flight. Michelle Liu says, oh, that's surreal. I live in the neighborhood directly east of Centerpoint Mall and always go there because it's the closest shopping center. Never thought I'd come across a YouTube video of it. Well, it was your lucky day. That mall is actually closing pretty soon. Nice to have a rest on the beach. It was. Nice to have some people watch the video. No one watched. This was... In the last 2 years, I've run this channel full time. This was my worst performing video. I knew it was going to do bad, but I just didn't have the energy to like have another video up instead. So I was just like, yeah, let's just publish it. But yeah, my lowest ever performing video in the last 2 years was the one this morning. Pretty funny stuff. Novell says malls here close around 9 too. Your videos are great. Next time in Thailand, maybe hook up with Retired Working For You. He lives in Bangkok. He is from Toronto. A few people had suggested that. I'd never even heard of him. I'll have to check out his channel. Did you have pad thai in Thailand? I had it 3 or 4 times. Glad to hear you're back home and you're feeling better. Thank you, Lori. Eliz P watched it. It was really good. Thank you, Eliz P. Fans Buses Gaming. Thank you. Cpand. Awesome tour around the Chuang Beach. The view is super amazing. Thank you. Tom Bike says worse than the Scarborough video. It wasn't the worst performing video because watch time was good. It's just YouTube decided not to promote it. It does that sometimes. It's weird. I've had some really big stinkers lately, but this was the stinker of all stinkers. So it's good to set the bar nice and low. Now I won't be disappointed the next time my video does better than this. Johnny Stride's soda of choice, Pepsi. That's pretty safe to say. Why would you leave that comment on my beach walk? Sheena says, thank you for sharing this beautiful views from the beach. Did you have a swim afterwards? No, I didn't, but I walked through the beach. Yes, Mondays are a bit slow. I guess people are resting up from the weekend. Excellent video. Oh, that's when I walked through Cowson Road. Yeah, he goes, how the hell did he know he has Pepsi? Probably saw my other video, my hotel video where I had a Pepsi. Daphne, it's all wonderful. Would love to wake up to this scenario all over again. It can be so peaceful. You really miss your old beach house. Ava says, I wonder why the algorithm does that. Probably because this is like so different from all the other videos that I do. It was just like, no, I don't know. The algorithm does what it does. Here's a long message. The airside connection between the domestic and international gates was only opened relatively recently, shortly before the pandemic. I think this was mainly to facilitate connections because previously certain connections actually required you to be bused from one part of the airport to another. Being able to close off one of the checkpoints in off-peak time saves money is probably a bonus. I have no complaints about that, even though I got routed to another security to the domestic security from the international security. It took all of like 5 minutes to go through. So if that's a cost-saving measure, if it doesn't inconvenience travelers, go ahead. They really should invest in changeable electronic signage at the checkpoints. There's an idea, if they actually intend to operate them this way. Yeah, I can imagine a lot of people being confused. Patrick says, you're aware that in the Netherlands, the traffic lights are on your side, not the other side of the road. I can see you go past that light, so you can't see it anymore. And just think people just do as they like. Yeah, I learned that lesson. People already pointed that out. Lisa says, just a warning. Good morning, Dylan. I already went through my comments a few days ago, Lisa. Maybe I missed yours. The shockingly empty Cowson indicates tourist numbers are still very low, which might explain the very cheap beer prices on the gastro sign. They were similar to the last time I went. But you are nearby in Soy Rambutree, not Cowson. After living here for a few years, I stay. But I was nearby on... No, I was on Cowson Road. Huh? What? But you were nearby on Soy Rambutree. No, I was on Cowson Road and Soy Rambutree. Okay, I'm just going to put that. Astros 1, Philly nothing. There we go. Thank you, Mark S. I don't think I've ever seen you actually eat in any of your videos. And you probably won't, because nobody wants to see that. Lol. Yeah, not a fan of eating on camera. Oop, that's for a members video there. We'll just scroll there. I would assume they might have monthly rates as well, perhaps geared towards corporate clients who send their employees to Bangkok for work assignments months at a time. For the yeah, that's in response to the giant suite I stayed at. I paid for like a... Normal rooms were like $70 a night, and I was like, that's so cheap. I splurged for like an executive room. And then when I got there, I was like, do you have anything with like a washer dryer? By the way, I want to make a video of the room. And then boom, that's all I had to say. And I got this grand suite. So thank you, Citrus Suites, for upgrading me to a monster room. I love shopping. The suite is really elegant. I don't know if elegant is the word. And if you say comfortable, it's perfect, unless you are missing the old telephone. Please take us to a ping pong show. I'm begging you. If you don't know what that is, don't look it up. I've been to one, and dare I say that was one too many. Let's just skip that. That was a long time ago. Let's just skip that comment. I think most people know what they're talking about. E. Blake says that was a beautiful room. I should get that more often. Christian says ping pong table tennis. Exactly. That's exactly what they're referring to. Novell costs, well, in a way it is. Just a little creatively, I guess. Good morning, everyone. It's finally here in beautiful London, which I've been waiting for since Monday was here. Hope everyone has a great weekend and stay safe. Everyone's always being kind. Chris Mills says, sports. Can you do a walk over Aurora? The city? Is Aurora a city? I think it's like a suburban city. Maybe they meant the shops at Aura, but that's... Good morning, Alex Cpand. How are you? Jeanette says, what an awesome room upgrade. An apartment suite. I think I like this bathroom better than the one in the first hotel, minus the peekaboo window. Hey, that peekaboo window could be closed up. City Nights says, word up. Hello, City Nights. The surrounding neighborhood is nice also. Love 7-Eleven. The surrounding neighborhood is very interesting here at night. Daytime, it's perfectly normal. At nighttime, it's got an interesting character to it. I probably wouldn't want my mom staying in this area or anyone with kids. It's kind of a interesting area. We'll just leave it at that. But thank you, Jeanette. Yes, it is a banger of a hotel room. Awesome tour around the streets. Thank you, Harjot. Very nice. The Grand Suite is bigger than some New York City apartments. It's bigger than most New York City apartments, I would think. Nice pool and gym and choice of buffet. If it was only all-inclusive, but with a kitchen, you could fry your own eggs pretty cheap. I never even saw eggs for sale, although I guess I didn't really look. Thank you, AR, for the kind words. Review. That's I did a members video walking through a red light district. It was going to be like a long video, but I ran out of gas, so it's kind of a short member, but that's what he's commenting on here. So if you're unable to see this video, that would be why. Prince Stubbs says hello. Cherry Lewis Wallace, amazing views. Thanks for sharing. My husband and I are literally going on November 6th in a few weeks. What type of camera do you have? Very, very clear video. Thanks. I use a DJI Pocket. This is in response to Niagara Falls Pocket 2. Enjoy your trip to the falls. November 6th. Interesting. Vivian Johnson says, good night, everyone. Not feeling the best, but wanted to stop by for a bit. You stopped by for most of it, Vivian. We're almost probably near the end when I run out of comments here. But thank you for your support, Vivian, and for dropping by. E. Blake says, great upgrade. Thank you. Alan says, Asian country. That's the comment. Okay. Stating a fact. It is, in fact, an Asian country. Independent Mind says, this place looks fun. The hotel room looks fun or the area looks fun? Dominic says, I guess look at your email. Can you view the nightlife inside? Look at my email. Let's look at my email. Is there an email there? I see. Maybe it went to spam. I don't know, Dominic. Can you view the nightlife inside? I'm just going to pass that comment there. Hello, Falcom. Thanks for the adult theme exclusive video. You're welcome, Bill Chow. Thank you for Toronto Walk. Could you do this at Christmas? It would be wonderful. I will be doing some Christmas walks. Lived down here during my childhood, 40 years. Thank you, Johnny. You're welcome, Clifford. Thanks. They feel more... Okay, Bill Chow says, thanks for the adult theme video. They feel more exclusive. I find adult theme videos more exciting. Well, you can't get too adult themed. You know, I kind of have a family audience here. Also, I don't think YouTube would be too cool with that. All right, Jim Martin, have a good night. Thank you, John Lamb. How many days stay in Bangkok? I stayed just 10 nights in Thailand, 7 in Bangkok this trip. Little short. Usually I do at least a full 2 weeks, but 10 felt pretty good. Aviation says, I recently flew EVA Toronto to Taipei to Ho Chi Minh, otherwise known as Saigon. Had an excellent experience. I have flown them a dozen or so times too. Just discovered There's power outlets on the economy seats. Yeah, I did not know that they had power outlets on the seats because I'm always used to seeing it on the seat in front of you. But on Eva Air, it's actually like below your seat, facing your direction. So if you need to like plug in, they actually have like a proper power outlet and just not a USB outlet. And I've flown with them so many times, and dummy me just discovered that. All right, Whitby dude, have a good night. We'll see you on the Sunday Night Stumbles. 346, she is looking at you angrily because if you read her sign, she expects a tip if you take a picture, and boy, that includes videoing her. Please respect to locals. Let's see what he's talking about. 346. Huh? Tip box. Okay, so she... Tip box for taking a photo. Well... I get it, because they probably have all kinds of people coming up taking pictures of the street food vendors. Oh! Oh! There's the angry look. There's the angry look. We got it. Had I have known, I would have given her 20 baht. Had I have known, I would have. But I didn't actually see these signs. That's my bad. My bad, but I was walking by pretty fast. Louis says, I enjoy your videos. Could you please do a walk through the well in Toronto? I don't think it's open yet. I've done a number of videos walking around it. I was walking so fast I didn't even notice her signs. I would have given her a small tip if I did, and then gone in for a closer look at the food. She can't honestly expect a tip from everyone with a camera though, lol. It's perfectly legal to film and record in Thailand, by the way. So yeah, had I have known, I probably would have given her a tip and then just gone in and taken a close look. But she was literally a person in the background of my video, just like everyone else. Sorry, not sorry. Welcome back home. Get some rest. Hope to see you soon. Thank you, Edward. Clayton Crawford with a very interesting comment. Dear Johnny Strides, holy smokes, how fast can you say the word tourist trap? Yikes. Pretty accurate on that one, Clayton. You're welcome, Sanjay. Thank you, Mike. Last time you were on Cowson Road was 2014. Jack Boos has been there a few times. Get some cheap t-shirts. I don't think you can get some cheap t-shirts in CM Paragon. Maybe the MBK Center. The room is pretty nice. I hope you had a great stay there. Oh, that's my standard room. I emailed them to let them know the video was up, and they emailed me back. This is the 5-star saying, I'm welcome back there anytime with my discount. So basically, because I made this video, I can go back to this gorgeous 5-star hotel and pay a lot less than what their posted rate is, which is pretty tempting because it's a fantastic hotel. I think I'm going to have to take them up on that. One day, Johnny looks 48. Now he looks 28. He's a chameleon. Welcome back, Johnny, and hope you feel well. Thank you. Do they slap you on the crotch when you enter and exit the province? Welcome to Bangkok. I don't know if that was worse than your joke, Lisa, but it's certainly not good. Even the sketchy places in Toronto is better than some locations in metropolitan cities. Okay. Very good video. All right. Thank you, Clifford. Thank you, Anna. Jeanette, your videos make you love this city more and more. Yes, you need to go to Bangkok. Lisa's joke was good, and it's the internet's joke. GGNYC is here. Dave Dookie says, one day Johnny looks 58, but that taco cook show he looked 14. Clifford says, at Ken Continuum may be a destination for you and Megan to travel to. Yes, get your butts over to Thailand. Welcome back home, Johnny. Praying that you will feel better. Thank you, Jeanette. Sorry for taking the lazy approach. 58. Yeah, I think 58 is not accurate. Colin says, nice ass hotel. Marie Palmer says, welcome back, Johnny. Bangkok and Thailand are amazing. Thank you for taking us along. I hope you feel better soon. Take care of yourself. Thank you. 21st Century says, Chang Beer t-shirts in Thailand. I actually got a Chang Beer t-shirt on this trip. That was a lucky tour. Thank you. Yogi says, glad I had a good holiday. Thank you, Yogi. We got to be near the end of these comments. If you're still in Thailand, I recommend you walk along the Ong Canal. I did that my first time there. It's neat, but I haven't been there lately. Gaby says there's a lot of not COVID going along. Yeah, I think it's cold and flu season. So you remember all the viruses we used to get before we locked ourselves in? I think a lot of people, there's a lot of like sniffing and coughing and that sort of thing on transit already. Sean A loves how the channel is evolving. Thank you. Time to devolve back into Toronto-based. Please, what app are you using? App for what? I have no idea what you're talking about. American and Canadian people. Okay. Anyways. It's probably time to start closing videos or closing the thing. Whatever, guys. I'm tired out of my mind. I think we're going to end the stream here. It's only 8:49 and I'm going to go to bed. Wow. I'm going to have a Toronto video posted. My first new Toronto video posted 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Then Sunday, it might be another Toronto video. We might be going back to Thailand. I'm not really sure. But what I do know now is I'm going to go rest up because I'm still not 100%. But thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Yada, yada. Thank you to our mods. Thank you to those who sent support during the stream via Super Chat. It is very, very much appreciated. And thanks for everything. I'm going to go. I was about to say I'm going to go kick the bucket. I don't think that's the right choice of words. Hit the hay. There we go. Not kick the bucket. I'm going to go hit the hay. All right, guys. Have a good night. Yoink.